All right, we're talking truck race at Sonoma. Probably going to be a pretty short video here just because, it's the truck race. It's at Sonoma. It's 75 laps. You got a situation where Kyle Busch is in the race. And real quick, look, before we get into it, Kyle Busch, if he's fastest in practice and he starts first, I'm playing him. If Kyle Busch does not show speed in practice, which I find it hard that he's not going to, if he does not qualify in the top 5, which I find it hard that he's not going to, I will not be playing Kyle Busch. I will be playing Kyle Busch in situations where I think he goes out and leads the entire race. Anything but that, anything indicating that, I'm not playing him. Secondly, a lot of good Cup Series drivers are in this race, and so if Kyle Busch doesn't win, I think it'll either be Chastain, Bowman, or Nemechek, or Daniel Suarez. That's just where I'm at. Yeah, that's where I'm at. I think those are the picks for winning the race, and it all depends on what Kyle Busch shows or what he doesn't show. We saw same thing at Coda. Kyle Busch was gonna win the race. Not Zane Smith. And just didn't work out that way. Bowman was up there at Coda, just didn't work out that way. It's going to be the Cup Series guys up front. Why did I say Daniel Suarez? Because Hocevar will most likely start and then get out of the car in this race, which shout out to him and shout out to the DFS Sniper for tweeting something that I didn't even think of because I just didn't care. But hey, he put out there, yeah, Hocevar is out here Hocevar is out here making us think that he's going to get a leg amputated. Whereas, yeah, I guess so. I just gave zero craps about Hocevar, so I didn't even care. It's very weird. Hocevar, you do your own thing, man. The Hat Man, I wish he'd just be removed for a couple months, but clearly that's not going to happen. But if Hocevar gets out of the car, which it's going to be Suarez hopping in for him, Suarez, $8,500 is going to be fine. But Brandon does a good score. Please open up your DK app. Just look at the top. If a guy starts the race and he gets out and somebody jumps in, the original guy gets the point. So if Suarez jumps in at $8,500, I think Suarez is going to be a great play. If I think Hocevar is going to puss out and not finish the race, I'm going to be playing Hocevar because I want to play Daniel Suarez hopping in there for $8,500 at a discount compared to what Bowman is going to be at, compared to what Chastain's going to be at, compared to what KBM is going to be at in general. John Nemechek, Chandler Smith, Kyle Busch. If I can get Daniel Suarez at $8,500, that's perfectly fine. I love Kazgrala. I like him. He's going to be up there. He got ran off the road late in the race at Coda, had a very, very, very rough race at Coda, kept driving up, kept getting moved out of the way. He got spun, got stuck in the sand late in the race at Coda. I think he's going to be just fine. He's $8,100. I like him paired with Hocevar, and then paired with one of the 10K guys, whoever you believe in the most. Personally, for me, I think it goes Kyle Busch, Bowman, Chastain in terms of the three guys who potentially can lead laps. That's where I'm at right now. I want to compare that with where they're at in practice and where they qualify. That might change their ranking, but if I move Kyle Busch down, I'm most likely going to either Chastain or Bowman as your race winner. That's just where we're at. In terms of looking at guys who are horribly, horribly, horribly underpriced, Austin Dillon, $7,500. Yet again, another Cup Series guy. In this, I like Kazgrala. Harrison Burton, even at $7,900. I don't hate the idea of playing a balance line in this race. With this race being so short, and I fully believe in that the race winner is going to lead a majority of these laps. Not 50, not 40. I think he leads damn near all 70 laps of this event, 75 laps of this event. I think we can start looking towards a very balanced build. I like Harrison Burton. Even Crafton at $7,700 is going to be fine depending on where he starts. This is going to be a very heavy place differential type of race once we get to a certain point. So once we get to guys starting in the high 20s, low 30s, we need to look and see where they're at, and do they just qualify bad? Do they miss a corner? Because there's a lot of corners when we're looking at qualifying laps here. You got over a minute lap time, you can lose seconds at a certain corner. Where are these guys losing points at? Did they just qualify bad because they're that slow, or did they mess up their lap time? When we get down to the bottom, honestly, this might be the one place I do want to play Todd Bodine, Haley Deegan, Timmy Hill. I like Dean Thompson. I like Lawless Allen. Both very cheap, very affordable. Jade Buford, $5,600. I'm perfectly fine with him in the Josh Reun car. I don't mind him. I don't mind Perkins for $5,300 in the Cody Roball car, and Chris Wright at the bare minimum $4,800. These are the guys that I want to work with. That's the 4, 5, 6K range I want to go to. I like the balance builds. I like the 7K range with Dillon, even DeBenedetto to an extent, depending on where he qualifies. Harrison, Burton, Crafton, a lot of Cup guys in this race. Very, very interesting race to build lineups for. That's why I'm just not interested in building a ton of lineups for it. I know that sounds contradictory, but this race could go so many different ways in terms of the value sections. I just want to do like 3 lines, call it a day, try and be accurate on those lines. Outside of that, I'm not going to be chasing a lot of what-if situations. I think the biggest what-if situation is what I opened with, is what Kyle Busch does. Kyle Busch is the best in the field. He has the best equipment in this field. Actually, I probably do need to throw Zane Smith in there. Where would I rank Zane Smith? Kyle Busch first. Bowman, Chastain, wherever you want to put him, then Zane Smith would be the 4th guy in there. But I think it's one 10K guy. That 10K guy needs to be the guy that you believe in is going to just kill the field in this race. I think it's going to be difficult to have 2 10K guys in the race just due to the fact that how soft pricing is once you get below $9,000. I think a lot of guys are going to hit value just based on place differential and finishing position alone. That I think chasing too many 10K guys might get you in trouble. I don't think we're going to have a lot of yellows in this race, because these guys are most likely going to be spread out. They're most likely going to be going too slow to really tear a lot of shit up. Maybe at the start of the race and at the very end, if we get a green light checker, well, then things get stupid. But in the middle of it, I don't think we see a lot of passes for the lead. I think it just Kyle Busch ran away with it. Clearly, we'll do the live shows before each race this weekend and really dissect based on if we like somebody based on just them having a bad qualifying position, or if they're showing speed and practice that I want to focus on. But that's where I'm at right now. It's a road course. It's Sonoma. It's really an easy week. Like, you don't really have to dive into a whole lot. You know, you look at the road courses and you look at strategy, but pit road doesn't necessarily determine who gets laps led in this race. Doesn't necessarily determine who wins, you know, the race. It's all on what these guys can do on the track. And so that's really it. If you're in Discord, feel free to send me questions and stuff. Trying to come. I got 2 videos that I'm going to put out next week. Might get a 3rd one because really next week is an off week, just because we have Knoxville for the truck series. But that's where I'm at right now. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you guys in live shows.